Hello, Trinity Academy. This is part of our question and answer series. And so this one is, why are mustard bottles short and round while ketchup bottles are tall and skinny? Now this book, like my Mistakes That Work book, is a little bit old because I had these books when I was growing up. So the bottles have changed maybe even a little bit since then. But the reason that they are different, because they still are different, is because of pungency, which pungency is refers to like the spiciness or something of a food. And so mustard has a sharp bite to it, so you don't need to eat a lot of it. And so you only need just a little bit. So a lot of times they even, back then, used to be small little jars, and so you'd use a knife just to get exactly what you want. And that was easily accomplished with smaller, rounder jars, so it kept everything balanced while you scooped. Ketchup, however, is relatively spiceless. It's just basically tomatoes. And so you can go ahead and heap it on. And since it's basically a liquid, heaping is as good as pouring, and so you could turn it and pour it over. Now, also, when I was growing up, you'd go into some restaurants and there were glass ketchup bottles, as opposed to the plastic easy pour bottles or the squeeze bottles we have now. Eventually, though, finally folks figured out to shift to that plastic one because it didn't really matter and it made it a lot easier. But if you don't ever remember any glass ketchup bottles, ask your parents if they do. I remember having to try to use knives or try to bang on the end of it or do other tricks in order to get the ketchup bottles out. But it's really the difference between how much mustard we want to use versus ketchup because of how much flavor or spice they each have that dictates the bottle type. And now you know.